You know what drives me crazy? When people say crochet takes forever and you need years of practice to make anything worth showing off. That's complete nonsense, and I'm about to prove it to you with over 100 fast projects that are so cute you won't believe you made them yourself. Look, I get it. You've probably scrolled past those insane blanket patterns that need like 500 hours and enough yarn to fill a storage unit. But here's what nobody tells you. Some of the cutest crochet projects out there take less time than binge watching 3 episodes of your favorite show, and today I'm sharing every single one I know. So here's the thing. A lot of beginners give up on crochet because they think they need to start with something massive. They pick up a blanket pattern, get overwhelmed by row 50, and the whole project ends up in a bag somewhere collecting dust. Sound familiar? Yeah, I've been there too. But the real problem isn't that crochet is hard. The problem is that most people start with the wrong projects. What if I told you that you could make something adorable in under an hour? Something you'd actually want to use or give as a gift? That's exactly what these projects are all about. Let's start with the absolute easiest category, simple strips and rectangles. I know that sounds boring, but trust me, you can turn these into the cutest things. A basic rectangle becomes a phone case. Make it a bit longer and you've got a bookmark. Add a button and suddenly it's a coffee sleeve that actually keeps your hands from burning. The best part? You only need to know one stitch, literally just single crochet back and forth. That's it. Here's a cute one. Make a bunch of small rectangles in different colors and sew them together for a patchwork coaster set. Takes maybe 2 hours total for a set of 4, and they look like you spent days on them. People will think you're some kind of crochet genius. Now let's talk about headbands, because these are ridiculously fast. You make a long strip, sew the ends together, and boom, done. But here's where it gets fun. You can add a little bow on top. You can twist it in the middle for that trendy turban look. You can make it thick and chunky for winter or thin and light for summer. Same basic idea, completely different vibes. And scrunchies. Oh my God, scrunchies are addictive to make. You crochet around a hair elastic and it takes like 15 minutes max. Make them in every color, match them to your outfits, give them to your friends. I made 20 of these in one weekend while watching movies, and now I have more scrunchies than I know what to do with. Let's move on to stuff you can actually use around your house. Dish scrubbies are perfect for this. You make a small circle or square, and because you're using cotton yarn, they're actually perfect for washing dishes. Way better than those plastic sponges that fall apart after a week. Plus, you can throw them in the washing machine. Make a bunch in fun colors, and suddenly doing dishes doesn't feel quite as terrible. Coasters are another obvious one, but let me give you some ideas beyond basic circles. Make them square with a different color border. Make them hexagons and fit them together like a puzzle. Make really big ones as trivets for hot pots. Use up all those random yarn scraps you have lying around. Nobody needs to know that green coaster was supposed to be part of a blanket you never finished. Here's something I wasn't expecting to love. Crocheted bags. Not like huge, complicated tote bags. I'm talking about small drawstring pouches. These are perfect for storing literally anything. Dice for board games, jewelry, hair ties, random charging cables that always get tangled. You make a rectangle, fold it in half, sew up the sides, add a simple drawstring at the top, and you're done. Maybe an hour of work and you've got something that looks store-bought. Market bags are only slightly harder but still totally doable. The mesh pattern works up super fast because you're basically making a net. Plus, they're actually useful for carrying groceries or beach stuff. Very trendy right now too, so people will definitely notice when you're walking around with a handmade bag. Now let's get into the really cute stuff. Tiny amigurumi. I know amigurumi sounds scary, but hear me out. Yes, those giant elaborate stuffed animals take forever, but tiny ones, completely different story. A little mushroom takes maybe 30 minutes. A mini strawberry, 20 minutes. A tiny bee, about the same. These make the best keychains. Just add a key ring and suddenly you've got custom gifts for everyone you know. Make a bunch of little fruits and attach them to a bag. Make tiny animals and use them as zipper pulls. The options are endless, and they're so stinking cute that people will lose their minds when you tell them you made them. Speaking of keychains, here's an even faster option. Simple shapes stuffed lightly. A heart keychain takes like 10 minutes. A star, a cloud, a basic flower, just 2 pieces crocheted together with a bit of stuffing in the middle. Attach a key ring and you're set. I've made these as last-minute gifts so many times, and people always love them. Let's talk about plant hangers, because these got really popular and for good reason. The macrame ones look complicated, but the crochet version is way easier. You basically make a net that holds a pot. Hang it by a window, and suddenly your room looks way more put together. Plus, it takes like an hour, maybe 2 if you're going slow. If you're not into plant hangers, make a simple planter cover instead, just a cylinder that slides over an ugly plastic pot. You can make these as fancy or as simple as you want. Add stripes, change colors, make them solid, whatever matches your vibe. Bookmarks are another fast favorite, and you can get so creative with these. Make a basic strip and add a tassel at the bottom. Make it look like a cute animal peeking out of the book. Add beads or buttons. Make them seasonal. Pumpkins for fall, snowflakes for winter, flowers for spring. You get the idea. These are so fun to make, and they're small enough that you can try new stitches or color combinations without committing to a huge project. Gift card holders are genius for last-minute presents. You make a small envelope that holds a gift card, and suddenly your gift looks way more thoughtful. Add a button closure or a little ribbon. Make them holiday-themed or personalized to the person. Takes maybe 20 minutes and makes such a difference. Here's a fun one, wine bottle covers. Make them look like Santa for Christmas, or just make them cute and simple for hostess gifts. Slip them over a bottle and you've got an instant conversation starter. These are especially good if you're bringing wine to a party and want to stand out. Now let's get into some baby stuff, because if you know anyone having a baby, these projects are perfect. Burp cloths with a crochet edge look so much fancier than regular ones. You just buy a plain cloth diaper and crochet around the edge. Takes like half an hour, and new parents will actually use them. Baby headbands are ridiculously cute and ridiculously fast. Make a simple band with a bow or flower attached. Baby newborn photography props are big business, and you can make your own. Little hats with animal ears, tiny booties, simple mittens so babies don't scratch themselves. All of these are small enough to finish in an evening. Bibs with crocheted edging follow the same idea as the burp cloths. Buy a plain bib or make a simple fabric one and add a crochet border. Looks handmade and special without taking forever. Now here's a category I love, pet stuff. If you have a dog or cat, you need to make them a bandana. It's literally just a triangle. Tie it around their collar and your pet instantly looks 10 times cuter. Make them seasonal and change them out. Your pet will hate you, but your Instagram will look amazing. Small pet toys are fun too. Make a simple ball for cats to bat around. Make a rope toy for dogs by braiding thick yarn together. Make a little mouse shape for cats. Just make sure you're using safe materials and watching your pet when they play with them. Here's something practical, bowl cozies for your pet's food and water bowls. Keeps the bowls from sliding around on hard floors and looks cute. Make them in colors that match your decor, because why not? Now let's get into some slightly more advanced but still fast projects. Granny squares are the building blocks of so many things. Make one square and you've got a coaster. Make a few and sew them together for a pot holder. Make a bunch and you've got a blanket, but we're not doing that today. Just make a few squares and see what happens. You can turn granny squares into so many things. A small bag by sewing 4 squares together, a pillowcase by making 2 big squares, a table runner by making a long strip of squares. The cool thing about granny squares is that you can make them whenever you have 10 minutes free and then combine them later. Hexagons are similar, but they look more fancy. Make a set of hexagon coasters. Make them in rainbow colors. Make them all in neutrals. Combine them into a trivet or small mat. These are super satisfying to make because the shape is just so pleasing. Circle pot holders are classic and useful. Make them thick with double layers so they actually protect your hands. Make them bright colors so you can find them easily in your kitchen. Add a loop for hanging them. Here's a trendy one, crocheted scrunchy hair ties, but make them really big and dramatic, like statement scrunchies. Use sparkly yarn or really chunky yarn. Make them in